The Golden State Warriors are fighting for their playoff lives this season. But if we look back just 1 year, they raised their fourth championship banner, largely because of Jordan Poole's productivity. Did the Warriors put too much stock in Jordan Poole's breakout season?
Absolutely not. His breakout season is what helped them hoist that championship trophy in 2022. So no, I don't think they did. I don't think they did. I think what we're experiencing right now from Jordan Poole with his inconsistencies earlier on in the season, and sometimes as of late, is the fact that he's dealing with, I believe, emotional trauma from the public display the altercation that he had with Draymond Green. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't no way you can walk around here with that. You don't even want to have a public display with your community in your intimate family. And to think he had to kind of deal with that from the whole entire NBA fan base. No, I think that's part. I think at the start of the season that was part of it for me.
Hmm. And I don't think so either. I mean, he's the future of the Golden State Warriors. They had to get behind somebody because who? I mean, who's part of the young core there?
Nobody.
Wiseman, he's gone. Moses Moody, he ain't playing. Jonathan Kuminga, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Poole, he's their guy. But I think he's under immense pressure to be, I don't want to say to be like Steph Curry, but to kind of carry the franchise like Steph Curry did. Like he's getting ready to have the keys to the franchise, and he knows it. Everybody knows it. I mean, they are four-time champions. He picked up one championship largely because of his efforts,
Mm-hmm.
and he idolizes Steph Curry, and it's okay. But I'm telling you, without Jordan Poole last season,
It would have been a wrap.
it wouldn't have happened. Now, granted, this season he does have the third most turnovers, in the entire NBA. His efficiency numbers are down,
Mm-hmm.
but that's to be expected. If you look at the Warriors as a whole, it's not Jordan Poole's fault.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if this question would have even been valid had the Golden State Warriors been more solid, consistent, high up in the standings this season. We're only looking at it now with the fine tooth comb because they have been up and down all season. But let's not forget, Steph Curry has barely played this season. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's played 49 games out of the 82, or
Yeah.
soon to be 82. He's played 49 games so far. What Steph Curry right now is a cornerstone of the Golden State Warriors, right? And so when you have your cornerstone out excessively this season because of injuries, then you got this burden of what Draymond Green did to the franchise and specifically to Jordan Poole clouding over your season. Andrew Wiggins has been out, right? Clay hit and miss, right? Iguodala can't seem to suit up. I mean, what? So there's so many other factors
Mm-hmm.
that comes into play when we're talking about the Golden State Warriors season so far. That Jordan Poole, even in his inconsistencies this season, for me, still warrants him to solidify his contract that he'll earn next season. No, absolutely. And there's no way that he cannot be that. He is the spark plug that the Golden State Warriors need, especially off the bench. Who's going to step
Yes.
in when Steph Curry is out? Who's going to do it?
Mm-hmm.
You just mentioned he's the only one the only young player that they have right now that I would trust to at least try to get us to the promised land.
Yep.
And if we needed a reminder, the 19 points he put up in the fourth quarter in the last game they played, I think it was against the 76ers. If that's not any indication of why they wanted to pay him, that's one reason. And all we
Yes.
need is for him to do that in the postseason. And I believe he will.
Yes, I agree with you too. Now, the Golden State Warriors are struggling on the road. We all know that. I think they're ranked 27th across the league, but it's still like a defense, trust, chemistry, and accountability, and that
That's
all
right.
stem back to what happened during the off season. The Golden State Warriors are a pretty old team right now. I mean, Steph Curry, well, he's 35 years old. Clay and Draymond both are 33. So when we talk about passing the torch, they Jordan Poole is your guy. I think their problem is defense because last season they had Gary Payton II, which they
Yep.
were fortunate enough to get him back. They had Otto Porter. They had Wiggins available. And then you had Klay Thompson as well. So because that changed, they no longer have a couple of key pieces there actively playing for them right
Right.
now.
Right.
That's the problem. It's not Jordan Poole. So I
No.
don't believe they put too much stock. I think he'll earn his 4-year up to $140 million deal. and then we'll move forward. And the Warriors, I don't know if they'll make it to the Western Conference Finals. We had someone in the comments recently say that we disrespected the Warriors last season and that he believes the Warriors will make it to the Western Conference Finals this season. I don't know if I can get on board with that from what I'm seeing, but I can tell you right now, it's not Jordan Poole's fault.
No, not at all. And you know what? At the end of the day, if the Golden State Warriors do not get those core pieces on defense, that is going to be a problem, right? You can most definitely outshoot a team. I believe that can happen. We've seen that countless times throughout this season. But when a team locks down on defense and you don't have any recourse to kind of combat that, sometimes your shot is not going to be enough. So
Right.
yeah, I hear the old saying goes, defense wins championships. Well, let's just see if that really continues to contend, and I think it will. And if you look at the stats, now, when you watch him play, right, and he has these high turnovers and he does all of that, but when you look at his stats, it's not really that bad. Now he has slumped a little bit in his shooting percentages. I get that, right? But I mean, hey, you know what? Who hasn't at this point? And so you mean to tell me everybody every season is going to improve in their, or maintain or improve in their shooting percentages? Not everybody, right? And he's still young. What is get a
Yes,
man a
yes.
chance, right? And he's still needed. I think that he is a constant in the Golden State Warriors rotation, right? They need him to play at his efficiency, even with his turnovers. They still need his energy on the court. They just still need it. So I'm fine with that. He's earned it. I can't wait for him to start reaping the benefits of that contract next season. And you know what? And I can see him flourishing in the postseason, however far the Golden State Warriors go.